Hey everyone, Andy again, and I know it's been a while since I've made a video. Um, I've been really busy and I just really hadn't had time to do it. But I just thought while it's raining today, we've got quite a bit of rain up ahead in the forecast. It's actually supposed to rain the rest of the week. So I just thought I'd go around and check all my gardens, make sure everything looks good before all this rain comes in. We tried to get as much done as we could before, and I'm just going to go around and give everything one last check, and I thought I would bring everybody along and let you see how our gardens are doing right now. So first off, we're at the one right beside the house. This one, there's been quite a few videos made here, and we'll go ahead and show you what we've got. This is a row. These are 2 rows of green beans right here. These are the jade bush beans. And now, overlook the weeds. I didn't have time to chop through it. I just hoed through. I took the tiller through it. But this is a row of beets. We have 2 rows of October beans right here. We've got 2 rows of honey select corn right here. This was supposed to be a row of okra. I'm not really sure what happened to it. We had all that cold weather, and I think it done a number on it. So it's going to get tore up and put something else. But right here we have a couple hills of squash, and the rest of the 2 rows is nothing but cucumbers and weeds, of course. But this is a row of Crowder peas that I just replanted this morning. Here's another row of honey select corn. This is a row of Crowder peas that's coming up and doing good. Here's a whole row of tomatoes, and out there at the very end is a finished row of tomatoes, and then we have some cabbage and broccoli right here at the beginning of the row. And then here's our shabby looking pepper plants that are finally starting to come out. I believe they got a little frost bit, but they're starting to come out. We got some lettuce and stuff coming up along the side here, and then I have a couple of tomato plants stuck over here in this raised bed here, and we got some cabbage. We've got our strawberries. We've got onions and some garlic out there on the end, and some more tomato plants crammed in there. But these tomatoes are getting to the point, right there you can see I'm about to have to start staking these up. They're getting kind of tall. I've actually got a couple out there that's fell over from the wind and the rain so far. But we're going to take a trip down to the garden across the creek now and look at it, make sure everything's looking good. Just to let all y'all know, at the moment, unless some of them die, I've got 260 tomato plants planted total, I think. Yeah, 260 tomato plants and over 100 pepper plants. Of course, now those were all of our frostbit plants that we had in the video. I'll put a link to it up in the corner, but it was the video of where our plants that we were selling got frostbit. Well, we got rid of a few of them, gave some of them away, and we planted the rest because they come out and looked good. They were fine. So we decided to go ahead and plant them, and we're hoping maybe we can, I don't know, do something with them. We'll either be making a lot of tomato juice or spaghetti sauce or some salsa or something. Maybe even get rid of a few, I don't know. But out of our plant sale, this is all that's left. We done really good with the plant sale, that's for sure. But anyways, we're going to go down here to the garden we've got across the creek, and then we'll finish up down at our new garden, which I hadn't really showed on video yet, and we'll talk a little bit about that. But we've always had 2 gardens since me and my wife have been married, and those 2 gardens have served us well. The garden out here beside the house, and we've always had the garden down at the creek. But now that we have kids that are finally starting to eat all this stuff, these 2 gardens wasn't enough. So we decided to add one more garden to it, and we could get us a couple extra rows of corn. And we made the garden down across the creek bigger, and we've got a couple extra rows of green beans down there. All right, so we are down here at the garden we've got across the creek. This is the same garden you've seen us doing our potato patch video in. There's our skimpy looking scarecrow. Little tip about a scarecrow is we try to move him around at least once every 2 or 3 days, and that way the deers and stuff don't get used, well, not just the deer, the crows and everything else don't get used to that scarecrow being there. But I can already tell we've had quite a bit of rain. I don't have a gauge out right now, but I'm getting ready to show you here. Like I said, this is the same garden you've seen us doing our potatoes video in. Okay, but take a look. We've got all this water standing right here, which this is a wet spot in this garden anyways. This whole end here is, and the water just stands. As you can see, the potatoes didn't even come up. The only thing you can see is a weed. But anyways, out there is what potatoes did come up. And the rest of these, I guess where it's been so cold here, that they're just taking their sweet time about coming up. This is actually the row of old potatoes, which y'all see my comparison video. And these are the new potatoes, the ones that were seed potatoes from the store. So right now at the moment, the old potatoes are doing way better than the new potatoes did, that's for sure. But anyways, here's our 2 rows of green beans we've got planted, and they're looking really good so far. We've got part of our tomato plants, about half of the tomato plants are planted down here. You can see them out through them rows there. And then out there on the very end is pepper plants. I'm not gonna walk out there because it's super muddy here. Look at the water standing here. It's super muddy. And out here in the middle, where we've got more room, where there's so much space between those rows, these are actually 2 stumps from trees that we had cut down out of this bottom last year, and we're just gonna let them rot out on their own. But our goal was to make this spot bigger so we could get more sunlight into here. But anyways, in this middle section, we've got watermelons planted on each end, and on that end out there, and then right here in the middle, we've got some gourds and stuff planted. And there's actually a couple squash plants planted right around those stumps. There's one and there's one, and same thing on the other end. But anyways, I wanted to bring you guys down here, show you what this garden looked like. Now we'll be going to our new spot. And the reason we have our new spot is because, like I said, you know, all we've ever had was these 2 garden spots. This one was mainly a potato patch, and everything else was grown in our garden up at the house. And now that we have kids that are actually eating, you know, not just eating just anything, like they're actually eating food, as I would call it, green beans, corn, and potatoes and stuff like that, we decided to go ahead and plant a lot more because we actually run out of corn, and we got close to running out of green beans that we had canned from last summer. So we decided to plant more this year, that way we can put up more. So like I said, we got 2 extra rows of green beans here in this garden, and we're going to have a ton of extra tomatoes, hopefully, providing the deer don't get in them. Now if you notice, I'm going to get off subject. If you notice, there's no deer fence around this garden, and there's no deer fence around the garden I've got up at our other garden, one we're getting ready to head to. But right now, I'm using this, and it works great. I've used it before in the past. I've never had any problems with it. The biggest deal is you got to stay on top of it. Like after this rain we're having today, I'll have to be right back down here spraying. And if you don't, the deer will get in it, that's for sure. But it works. It really does work as long as you stay on top of it. But anyways, we're going to head down to our other garden, and down there we've got a couple extra rows of corn. We've got more tomato plants. We've got a lot of cucumbers planted. Jacob really likes cucumbers. We like pickles. We eat every single pickle we made last year. So this year, hopefully, we're going to have more cucumbers and can make more pickles. But we'll take a trip down to the other garden now and check it out. super muddy down here too. I can only imagine what it's going to be like after this week's over with. So far, I would say we've probably had a ½ inch to an inch of rain if I were to guess, but according to the weatherman, we've got about 3 or 4 more inches coming, so it's probably going to get pretty interesting. But anyways, here's our other garden. We've got, this is a pretty long row of corn here, but we've got 2 rows of corn. It extends all the way around this bend here. These are both honey select as well. As you can see, I'm going to have my work cut out for me once the rain lets up, because the crabgrass is already coming in this garden. And I don't know about y'all, but I hate crabgrass. But anyways, here's our other row of tomatoes. This right here is actually a whole row of peppers. Like I said, we've planted over 100 pepper plants. This whole row right here is nothing but peppers. And you can see right here, that's where it got frostbit, but they're coming back out. I think they're going to be just fine. I really do. These tomatoes are the ones that got frostbit, and you would never know it. They look great. They really do. I'm tickled to death. So, anyways, we have one whole row of cucumbers right here, and they are starting to bust through. There they are. Right there's another one. They're slowly popping on through. Once again, you can see that crabgrass popping through too. So once we get our, well, not all of them are up yet. Right there's another hill. But once all this rain gets over with and it dries out enough to get back in the land, we got our work cut out for us, that's for sure. But anyways, I just wanted to kind of give everybody an update on our garden situation. Like I said, I know I hadn't made a video in a while, and I apologize for that, but it's been busy around here, man. It really has. But looks like we're gonna get a break for a couple of days though, if this weather forecast don't change. By the way, if any of you guys watched the little short clip of the Poppin' Johnny video I put on there of my B model John Deere, we were working down in this same bottom here. And this is where I was colopacking. We planted sorghum, and we intend on cutting it off for hay. Because this is one field here, and then there's a long bottom way over there, and you can't see through the woods, but just through these woods, this is a creek right here. Just across that creek is another, it's 3 more fields over there. And we planted all that in sorghum, and are planning on using it for hay. But just thought I'd throw that out there, because this part of the farm none of you guys ever really see. You only see what's up there around the house. And so maybe one of these days I can take everybody a tour on the whole place. But love to have a drone to throw up in the air, that way you can see everything. But anyways, like I said, just giving everybody an update on what's going on. Hopefully there'll be a ton more videos coming out here once the weather breaks, and we can actually get to doing some more stuff. I was planning on making several videos this weekend, but, well, honestly, we were just trying to beat the rain, and it's hard to make a video when you're trying to do something fast and in a hurry. It really is. And I kind of wish I'd have took time to set up the camera and everything else, because we've done a lot of cool stuff this weekend. But you know, everything from planting this sorghum to planting these gardens, and but well, I ain't gonna lie, I was trying to get done. We really was trying to beat the rain and get it done. But anyways, I appreciate you guys watching, and we will be back with another video pretty soon. Thanks.